All right, 51 flood.
51 Heathman.
What do you want to know?
Give us a history lesson.
What do you want to know?
The
Where do we start?
extremes.
Gosh, the one that sticks out in my mind is an old timer. He passed away about, I say 5 years. It's probably been longer than that. But he was talking about his whole family getting up in the top of a barn in the top loft and having a boat rescue come out there. And he was young enough where, you know, you have a boat rescue team come out and get you. And he's telling the boat captain, say, hey, there's a, you know, sickle mower sticking up out here in the field. You need to watch out for it. Well, the guy didn't listen and hit the sickle mower. Didn't tear anything up, but they about tipped the boat over, you know, in that current. But just think of a barn, the top level, having to have a boat rescue to get you out there. That's how deep that floodwater was.
So do you know, so you just said you had 20 some inches, you know, this past week. So how much rain did it take to get to the 51 flood?
Not that much. Not
that
22
much.
inches.
It just came
I think
faster.
11 or 15in inches upstream.
All at
Marion
once.
County.
Okay.
Yeah, Marion County.
got it. That's what Dad always told me.
Yeah.
It was they got, I want to say they got 11 inches in one night.
In one shot.
Yeah.
In one shot when everything was already full.
Yep.
And we would have been okay this last week, but we got a 5-inch rain and everything was full.
Right.
So that's where it put us in a pinch.
Yeah.
The 51 flood, where I'm at now, everything was full, and up the head of Rock Creek had 14 inches.
Yep.
And it pushed a drift in front of the railroad bridge that drained into South Fork. It pushed a drift into that, and all that water from Rock Creek went through the town of Bazaar, went straight north. It's never happened again since then. But it just takes one rain like that, you know, 100-year, 500-year, however many year flood you got to deal with. You just wait. You hope you don't see it.
Right.
But, you know, we had the 51 flood, and let's just say it's a 100-year flood. In my lifetime, I'm going to see a pretty big one. Don't know when it's going to happen. I thought this was going to be it, but we got, you know, the rain shut off. It was kind of fun watching the radar just dissipate. I thought, oh, thank God, we're good. We're safe.
Man, that's totally different way. I mean, we don't flood where we live very often, so watching the radar, it's like, come on, baby. You know?
Yeah.
It just, but the 2015 flood where we were from, there was places by Wilbur and Swanton that had like over 10 inches in one shot. Mm-hmm. Like there was people, you know, you got tapered rain gauges and most of them hold 5 inches. You're like, I dumped my rain gauge 2 times and it's still raining. You know?
Yeah.
It's like,
You start looking for that orange float and you're like, whoa.
And Lord only knows how much it overflowed before they dumped it the first time. So maybe it was more than 10 inches. That's just a guess. But
2015, that was the year before I came to the farm.
yeah, it was wet that year.
And our river bottom down at Steel City, they pushed sand off with dozers 3 times. There's a giant dike all the way around that river bottom of sand.
And that's from 2015.
Wow.
Yep.
So that was 10 years ago back home.
Yep.
wow.
Same guy that had the sickle mower hit their rescue boat. They lost their milk cow, and they saw it float off. They thought it was, you know, gone forever. Somebody at the bridge in Cottonwood saw this milk cow coming down the river, and they got her up on the bridge, saved the cow.
Save the cow.
I don't know. That would never happen again. How did that cow survive? And we're talking probably
It's a cow, man.
3 miles of flood
It's a cow.
water.
I guarantee that was the cow that jumped every fence and broke every gate.
Oh, probably.
If
And
it
she
was a
ended up
good
on the
cow,
bridge.
she'd have drowned in a puddle before the flood got there.
Yeah. So it's amazing.
I hate cows.
Another reason they can survive a flood.
Oh, I hate cows. 51. I'm trying to think of anything else in 51. And then the polar opposite, the drought of 51 was broke. Wasn't it a drought leading up to?
It was a drought afterwards.
After.
So what happened was the 51 flood happened, then it didn't rain for like most of the 50s after that. The dam down here in Cottonwood Falls got so bad they had to siphon a garden hose over it because everybody downstream relied on running water. Well, they had to get water flowing over that dam because everything got so dry afterwards. And I've never seen that. I've never seen the Cottonwood River stop flowing. Now we've got it close, but I've never seen it to where they had to siphon water over it.
In those, Dad's told me that you could walk from Elmdale, which is to Cottonwood, and you only had to walk around, I believe it was 3 holes of water.
Wow.
You could walk the riverbed.
Jeez.
I hope we never see it, but it's one of those, I kind of like to see it type thing, because I'd love to walk that riverbed, because Dude, there's so much history buried in the bottom of that river. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
You know how many deer antlers are probably laying along that river?
Probably a lot. Probably a lot.
Yeah.
But, I don't want to see that because that would be tragic.
Yeah.
But,
Dry.
it'd be horrific drought, once in a century drought. But at the same time, I mean, it's these extremes that
Make
it's just
us-
so wild
They
to
make
see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the things we're in 2025 talking about something that we never saw,
75
but
years
it
ago.
impacted our legacies enough to where it's still talked
still
about.
talked
and
about.
It is the bar.
Yeah.
Right.
It is the bar. Anyway, so yeah.
Around us, the bar for flooding is 93. That's what they.
Yeah.
Year I was
Because that
born.
2015 flood the same way. Well, that's not quite as bad as 93 was.
19 as bad as 93?
It wasn't for us. So we were one of the few counties in Nebraska in late March or early April that wasn't declared a disaster.
Oh, really?
Because out of all the states in the continental U.S., Nebraska has more miles of lakes and streams than any other state.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, that's fact.
Yep.
We learned that in 2019.
Yeah.
Well, I'm serious.
We didn't know it before then, but we do now.
Because there was a whole bunch. I mean, there was towns that were just flooded, and it was late March, and all these ice jams, these things just broke, and these bridges just got taken out by massive chunks of ice, and towns were flooded, and people were calving, and a blizzard, and that was bad. But it wasn't it wasn't hateful where we live. We were just happy to keep seeing it rain, right, Jake?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to go north of us for it to get
You
bad.
did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we built.
Guys, if you've liked the information that you've seen so far, go ahead and check out the full-length podcast on our YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe there. It's also on all the major podcast platforms. We're constantly dropping info and more content on all the social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, etc. Check it out for a lot more content.